Arsenal nil, PSG 1, and I've said it before, I said it in the previous rounds, PSG are a different level. And that quality of player, with that absolute immense quality of goalkeeper, is unbreakable. There is just no way that PSG don't win the Champions League. Arsenal huffed, puffed, and did everything that Arsenal would normally do that would break down many a normal side. But you're just coming up against the absolute ultimate team right now in PSG in every area of the pitch, from defence to midfield to attack. They have got so much talent and so many different options. Arsenal, let's be honest, probably could have done with a Havertz or a Partey or maybe a few more options. Gabriel would have made a difference. PSG having a fully fit squad is always, at this stage of a season, when they've already won their title, when they're in celebration mode and can rest every single player that they need to go all out for the Champions League like they have been. Their results haven't been great in League 1, but that's because they've just been resting every player because the title's already won. And they're just now walking their way through League 1, keeping everybody ready, sharp, and absolutely on point for the Champions League. Arsenal don't have that quality. You've got the likes of Mikel Arteta going out against Ipswich and Crystal Palace, playing strong teams. What are you fighting for? You have got enough points in the bag to make Champions League football. Arsenal just look like they're running out of steam, and that is why PSG will win this tie. What do Arsenal do this weekend now? They're going to try and keep face again, probably, and put a strong side out this weekend. But you're not going to be able to beat a PSG side when you've got your best Arsenal side out there right now. They're just not as good. And Arsenal have a decent side, but this PSG side are world class. They just are. It's too scary what they've got. The quality that they've got to come off the bench as well. When you're bringing Desiree Doué off, when you're bringing João Neves off, you're bringing players like Gonzalo Ramos onto the pitch, who nearly scored another goal. How Barcola did not score that one as well at the end on the break. Arsenal were living on the edge. And in Paris, we know what PSG are like. Yes, Liverpool won, but Alisson had to have the game of his life to stop PSG winning that game. And then they went and schooled Liverpool. Look, they've beaten City, they've beaten Liverpool, they've beaten Villa, they've just beaten Arsenal. They've got the English club's numbers, the atmosphere, everything, the intensity from the sidelines from Enrique through all of these players in this PSG side. I just don't see how you can compete with it. Kvaratskhelia to Barcola to Dembele to Ruiz to Vitinha. I mean, honestly, Neves, the list just goes on and on and on. Hakimi's one of the best fullbacks in world football. Mendes on the other side, one of the best goalkeepers in the world. There is a few good goalkeepers out there right now, but you're adding that goalkeeper, Donnarumma, who is the absolute GOAT in this season's Champions League. Some of the saves that this man has pulled off so far, he's up there. And you know what? You just know that if it comes to a penalty shootout, you just got that quality, that Italian quality, which is going to stand out again. He did it against Liverpool. You know he's going to do it. The only team that I think stops PSG, is Inter Milan. The dark horse. That's the only, because there's something different. PSG beat Barcelona because Barcelona will attack them, and PSG will tear Barcelona's defence to shreds. They really will. They're a better side going forward. Inter will be able to counteract PSG. They're the only team that could cope, I think, with what PSG have got. And we'll see what Inter Milan have got against Barcelona. I don't think Barcelona are going to cakewalk this. I think Inter Milan are the dark horses in this competition. But PSG against Arsenal, I always knew it was going to happen. I said it from that moment we were watching that game against Manchester City, when the chips were down and PSG looked like they were going out in the league phases, which was unthinkable watching this team now. The run they've been on since that Manchester City win has blown every team out of the water, and there's no one can compete with them. No one at all. Only until the point, like we just said, since they've actually won the league in League 1 and they took the foot off the gas there, that they've seen a few results come in, draws and defeats here and there. But other than that, they've been absolutely immense. And Enrique's intensity on the sideline is mirrored by his fan base, is mirrored by the energy from the crowd, onto the pitch, into the players, every single ball, the understanding of what they need to do. And like I said, the depth. The depth is what will kill Arsenal in this game. It really is, because they won't be playing anyone at weekend, PSG. They're not even bothered. Job done. And that's where these teams from Europe have an advantage over teams in England. It always works out exactly the same way. always hanging on by a thread, English teams, at the last stages of the Champions League, Europa League, whatever it may be, always just clinging on with players that are just about fit or carrying knocks or just literally just dragging themselves through on adrenaline alone. And then you've got teams like that with that much depth that can just rest players. I'm sorry. I really am. The two big saves that Donnarumma made, that's why he is the one that he's going to win them this tournament. I kept on saying it. I said it in the last rounds. I said it in the quarterfinals. I said it in the round of 16. Donnarumma is the goalkeeper that will get PSG with that quality of team through to the next stages. They're just on a different planet. They really are. But when you look at them, they're all young players. They really shouldn't have this experience and this know-how of how to get through a game like that. It is unthinkable that this team, being as young as it is, and some of the players that they have had, when you think about PSG under the Qatari ownership and the players that they've brought through, you had the Neymar, Mbappe and Messi era. You've had the Zlatan and Cavani and Beckham era. You've had every type of era and every world-beating player in that side, and they've never done it. And now you're bringing in the forgotten Dembele, who was always behind Mbappe in French fans' eyes. You've got young Neves coming through. You've got Barcol, you've got Desiree Doué, you've got Kvaratskhelia, who has just come in and will just be the icing on the cake of this side in winning this Champions League. How is this young team actually playing the way that they are playing? It's Enrique. And when you've got that stability in that manager, that team that fully believe in him and play with a freedom while being organised and having that grit and determination alongside it, it's unbreakable. It really is. There is only one team, like I said, that can stop PSG, and that's that Italian know-how and just how to kill a game dead. That's the only type of team that beat PSG. Not your Barcelonas, Madrids, Arsenal, the nice playing football sides. They will take anyone on and beat them because they've got the Donnarummas. They've got that steel in that midfield, and they've got that finishing prowess up front in many different areas. Skills out wide, two of the best fullbacks on the planet, one of the best goalkeepers, best manager, awesome midfield, absolutely ridiculously good midfield, and like I said, the forwards. The combination is too difficult to deal with, and that is what you're up against. PSG are just a formidable force right now. But there is that hard guard, the unstoppable force against the immovable object. That's what the final's going to be. I'm telling you right now, Inter will beat Barcelona. We'll see if I'm eating my words on that one, but I do believe that PSG are getting through to the final. That's for certain anyway, because Arsenal, I just don't see them beating them in Paris. The Arsenal fans will go there full of confidence. This isn't a Real Madrid side that's on the decline and the manager that's on his way out. This is a PSG side that is full of life, fully rested, with a fully fit squad, with everyone available to take down Arsenal's hard-hit side that are knackered from a massive Premier League season in which they failed again. And that's the reality. That's why Arsenal will not make the final, and Arteta will go another year without winning a trophy. I think that's 4 now, isn't it? Let me know what you think. Drop your comments in below. Is it the case of Donnarumma and this team just being too good? Enrique schools Arteta. That's the way I've seen it. Drop your comments in it. That subscribe button up on your screen. See you in the next video, everybody.